All right, I should be live on TikTok. And there we go, live on Facebook. Okay, now let me work on the computer too and see if I can cross promote. Make sure I'm showing up on my page, which I am. Sweet. All right, now I need to make sure I could see comments. Why is that paused over there? Should not be. Okay, we'll do it again. Hello, people over on TikTok. Okay, so I'm trying to do for the first time is cross do. So I've got two phones set up. TikTok, you're my main phone. And then I've got my other old phone set up to be on Facebook Live. So type in on there again. So how is everybody doing? Hopefully I can get this working. Hello, hello. All right. Now it should be going live again. Okay. Now Facebook is live again. I don't know why it up and disappeared. Maybe it's just not happy with me having more than one. So, all right, guys. So I am going to be here for at least the next hour answering your crystal questions. I've got my handy dandy pendulum, so I'm happy to do a single chakra check. Donations are always appreciated. I've got, for TikTok, I have in my link tree, I've got all the places that I can take donations. So, but otherwise, I'm here for you all. Good, I see people coming in on Facebook. Got them, good. I was hoping that that was going to show up there. I've not gone live on an event on Facebook before, so that was a little interesting. So, perfect. Much better. Okay, now let me make sure that I have the chat viewable. Oh, that makes it so I can chat. May or may not see comments. Somebody on Facebook, post a comment if you would, please, so I can see if it'll show up. Because I want to be able to answer your guys' questions. But if I can't see them, that's an issue. Usually I can. I'm used to going on Facebook Live in my private group. But if it wants to be... Oh, good. Christine, thank you. Facebook Christine. Etzia. Hey, sis. All right. Hello. Hello. So if every now and then I look one way or another, it's because I'm either looking at TikTok or looking at Facebook. I'm so excited. All right, so we're going to hop in here. I've got Barbara over on Facebook says, how can I make my love life take a good turn? I'm stuck in the moment. It's so nice to see you. It's good to see you too, Barbara. I love how much, oh gosh, she and I have been chatting online for a while now. All right. Crystals for your love life. All right. As simple as it sounds, rose quartz is definitely going to be your first one. Think about it. If your love life, if you yourself, you don't love yourself, if you've got issues with yourself, maybe not necessarily issues, but you know, you're not taking your time for self-care, you're not going to be as in the mood. So rose quartz, hand down, first and foremost. Now, when you want to get to the ones that are a little more active for the bedroom, you know what? And if you guys want to see, so I'm going to start, let me pull these in front. So, some of the crystals. This is my healing set. So, rose quartz. You guys all know rose quartz, right? All right. So, for the, as my husband and I say, the brown chicken, brown cow. Couple of great ones for passionate energy, garnet, and ruby. Another one that's supposed to help enhance libido, which I don't have right here, is red tiger's eye. So those red, fiery, passionate colored stones are going to be some of them to bring more of that passion back into your life. So I always offer multiple suggestions so you can find the one or ones that might work best for you. You may want to work with all three. I personally like working with all three to help amplify all the different aspects. So good, I got there. I'm going to have to, just a heads up, I'm going to have to scroll with TikTok because it has a habit of backlogging and then just going whoosh at me. So just a heads up. All right. Let's see. And I'm not going to pronounce names right half the time, so you've also been warned. So Avi on TikTok, I am starting a new job. What crystals should I use? All right. So let me put those back in here. Crystals for a new job. Okay. Crystals prosperity, hands down, doesn't matter. New job, whatever. Citrine. Citrine's known as the merchant stone. So bringing in prosperity for a new job, current business, anything like that. What you're going to want to do is have citrine and a few other crystals, I'll list in a minute. Citrine in your purse, in your wallet, in your cash drawer if you have it. I also have it in my prosperity corner, which I have an article on this, and I just posted a video, I think on both you guys, both TikTok and Facebook. And like I said, I've got an article on crystals for prosperity and where to put them in your wealth corner. Your wealth corner is the farthest left corner from your main entrance. So if you say you have a side entrance, but that's the one you use the most, that's considered your main entrance. It doesn't have to be the front door. So feng shui wise, and I do have on the article on crystalguidance.com, if you look at the prosperity check, it's got a map that shows the different, it's a Baga map. I might not be pronouncing that right, but the different aspects of feng shui and where they lay out in your house. So it'll tell you the romance corner and it'll tell you the wealth corner, stuff like that. So, excuse me. First off, citrine. New job. You want to bring in that good luck. Another money stone, but also love this one, green aventurine, for good luck. Tiger's eye, another great one for luck. And then you bringing in that gold aspect, gold being a good prosperity color. And those are my three favorites. Those and one more I have up in my prosperity corner. The other being pyrite. This one's a pyrite cube. Didn't matter the shape, any of that. This just happens to be what I have in my kit. So pyrite being the other one. So new job, prosperity, money, citrine, green aventurine, tiger's eye, pyrite. Those are my favorites. Now, these are just a few suggestions. There's definitely more. And as always, I've got all my crystal tips on crystalguidance.com. I'm going to be saying that a lot. You've been warned. All right. Oh, okay, Barbara. Okay, that's not her problem. The problem is finding a decent man. Okay, so that's attracting love. Got you. Rose quartz absolutely still applies. Attracting love. I'm kind of looking at you and feeling, because right off I would say rhodochrosite, rhodonite. Barbara, for you, rhodonite. I know you know your crystals, but I'm going to show them first because I got a lot of newbies too. So rhodonite. Emerald's a good one, but I'm also feeling pink tourmaline. So you're going to bring in there definitely those. So what you're going to do is, so first off, you can never make somebody else fall in love with you. All right. So think of the rules from Aladdin, from Genie. You cannot make anyone fall in love with you. But what you can do is attract in the person that is for your highest good. That may or may not be the person that you're interested in. So working on manifesting. Maybe write down some of those qualities you really want, but always end up saying to make sure that that person is in alignment with you and your energy and for your highest good. So working on a spell. Spell work, I am not as knowledgeable with, but crystals, obviously the crystals. Roses are another good one. So essential oil or herbs. So, and then call in maybe a deity like Aphrodite for love. something like that. So hopefully that helps. Let me see. Okay, Christine, I see you. Let me come over here and see what I've got going on. TikTok. Okay, I've got a Christine on TikTok says red carnelian to help with men's libido. Yes, and carnelian is excellent for all of for women's issues. So with our fallopian tubes, the ovaries, all that stuff, carnelian is really good, which is why when I do healings, I very often use for my clients moonstone and carnelian. So, hello, TikTok people. I saw a few highs, so hi. All right, Christine over on Facebook, what helps with mental issues? There's a lot of overlapping, so it's going to depend upon the problems. A lot of them, I might not know the crystals off the top of my head, or even have crystal tips for just yet. But, and I know I've got a big one over here somewhere hiding. Lepidolite is great for a lot of the mental issues. I was finding that and amethyst to be some of them that were overlapping with things like ADHD, bipolarism, anxiety, depression, a lot of them. Lepidolite was the one that kept popping up. I was like, okay, now that's, really good to know. Lithium content is what's going to be probably one of the key factors into lepidolite. Lithium is one of the ingredients that's in antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication, which is why it works so well with our brain. Anxiety medication, which is why it works so well with our brain. He's going to boo-boo face me, but he'll live. So, and then beyond lepidolite, a couple of other ones that I happen to notice popping up. Charoite pops up for some. Sugilite pops up for some. So it kind of depends upon what the problems are. But being that third eye crown chakra area, a lot of those purples are going to come in handy. So hopefully that helps a little bit there. Oh, hi, Maria. Okay, Maria's over on Facebook. She says, help with grief. It's over behind me. Apache tear, hands down. I mean, you can imagine with the name of it. No, I'm going to decline this. I got an invitation to go live together. So, I don't know why, but okay, I can decline that. Apache tear, hands down for grief and sadness. Rose quartz, going to need that extra love and comfort. Sodalite is another good one for sadness and grief. But yeah, I mean, if you can have just one, Apache tear, for sure. And then love from the tribe, Maria. Put it in there, if Maria, because I know you're in my tribe group. So, quick offset. On Facebook and then also on my website, I have a private group that's called Crystal Guidance and Healing Tribe. So you can access this on Facebook or you can access it on my website. And it's $11 a month. I do a reading for everybody every single week. I do a full chakra healing on live and recorded every month. And I do a single chakra check every month. And then I'm available for whatever questions and stuff. So if you go to crystalguidancetribe.com, you'll find all the information. So I know that you're in there, Maria. So make sure to post so that the group can send you some Reiki, because I know you need it, sweetie. I do not have Apache tears anymore. I had like a pound of it and I sent it to Jane Catherine. So Jane's got it. And yeah, she'll hook you up. So Maria, message Jane Catherine. She is in the tribe too. So you can even post in there and tag her and say, I need it. And she'll get you taken care of. So, Maria says she's the best. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really, oh my gosh. I love all this and I love being able to offer everything for free. But that's the tribe is where, for just a little bit more to help support me and my time, I go way up and beyond. I try anyway. All right, scrolling TikTok because it looks like I missed a couple. I missed a lot. Oh, I apologize, TikTok. All right, favorite crystal for astral projection and lucid dreaming. Why do I not have that information off the top of my head? Okay, here's what's going to be silly, okay? Well, first of all, I have my computer pulled up if I need to. And I know this is going to likely be backwards, but I've also got, this is not in print. I made this for myself and for my local shop, but I do have 2 extras and I'm thinking about making a raffle for them. So I'm actually looking at my own photos. Astral travel. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Apophyllite. So, Alyssa over on TikTok was asking for astral projection and lucid dreaming. And right off I was thinking apophyllite, which I know I have one. It's hiding under here. Come here, apophyllite. You know how many crystals are in this box? I was just lifting moldavite too. All right, apophyllite. You can kind of see it. Apophyllite was the first one that came to mind for both of those, but definitely for astral projection. So, or astral travel is how I have it listed. Same thing. Okay, ametrine, angelite, apophyllite, and seraphonite are a couple of them. Apophyllite must be the one that would work best for you since that's the first one I was thinking of off the top of my head. Dreaming, that would be a good one too for dreaming. So... all right, Lola. All right, so here's the deal. When it comes to crystal properties, I'm not going to answer that because A, my brain doesn't process very well that way, to be honest. I process what crystals are good for this, and that's just kind of how I work better. But also because how a crystal works for me is not going to be how it works for you. And it's not going to be how it works for the next person. That is why there's so many websites and so many books, and you'll notice there's usually a common theme, but their information differs. Because how it worked for that author is not exactly how it worked for the other author. So that, and like I said, and then you've got, it's good for this, and this. And that's a whole lot for my brain to process and remember off the top of my head. So I will not tell you crystal properties, but I can tell you that I have the properties for pink tourmaline on my website, crystalguidance.com. So if you go on there and type in pink tourmaline, you haven't misspelled, that's okay. It will pop up. So if you just go into the crystal properties, I think is how I have it listed, or go into sitemap. There you go. Into sitemap, scroll down, you're going to see a list of all the crystals that I have crystal metaphysical properties for. You'll find pink tourmaline in there, and there you go. That'll get you hooked up with those. All right, TikTok. Missy is asking my thoughts on moldavite. Okay, well, first off, this little baby is moldavite. This is my big baby, okay? Yeah. That's my big baby. Moldavite. Okay, so people are like, that's not for beginners. True. If you're a beginner, if you're thinking you're on the fence about moldavite and you can get your hands on one, I recommend do it. Even if you're going to take it and put it away. You have no interest in messing with it right now. You're like, but you were able to get a hold of a real one. Do it. Because it is either mined out or almost mined out. The prices are skyrocketing. I mean, okay, so you guys, I think most of you guys know that I sell crystals. At least I used to sell it very actively. Now I'm doing it, focusing more on teaching and healing. So I'm not selling as much, but I did carry moldavite. The moldavite I had were smaller pieces and they were, okay. No, they were bigger than that. I was going to show you a size equivalent, but I don't think I have something similar in size. But anyway, oh, I do. This box is full of moldavite. Okay. Like, seriously. All right, so size idea, all right? I had pieces like this and a little bit bigger, and I was selling them for $22 a piece. Obviously, they're well sold out like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And these would probably be 40 and up now. Prices have skyrocketed that much. I know that what I was buying from my wholesaler jumped significantly from 1 year to the next. Then it doubled from there, and now he can't even get any more. He is completely out and does not foresee getting any more. So, Moldavite, if you can get it, get it. Yes, I know a source. My friend Jane Catherine, again, has it. It is not cheap. Exclamation mark. You're looking at about 180 to 200 for the pieces she has, and they're about 3/4 of an inch. So they're a really good size, but they're not cheap. But they are real because she actually got them from the same supplier that I used. So that would be the one that I got this baby from. And no, it wasn't cheap. We're talking at that time retailed at $250, I want to say. So get it. Transformational, absolutely. It doesn't mean that it's going to be slap you in the face, bawling your eyes out. TikTok, y'all know what I'm talking about. You've seen the video. No, it's not going to be like that. It can be, but not necessarily. Believe it or not, the one thing I've noticed the most with Moldavite, it's helped my anxiety. Like, what? Because I wasn't using it and wearing it or anything like that until this whole TikTok craze of it popped back up. And I'm like, let me bring my pendant back out. So my little pendant started wearing that, and I noticed that I didn't have the anxiety anymore. Like, did not expect that change. It will help bring to light and kind of push you to notice some of the things you need to make changes in your life. So yeah, it may bring to light some stuff you don't want to know, but it's going to bring to light what you need to know, and it's going to help you with those different things. So my anxiety holds me back. It's helping me to release some of that so that I can do what I love, which is helping you guys. So get it if you can get it. Definitely recommend it. And like I said, even then, put it away. You'd be good then. All right. TikTok. I think there's a way I can view questions. That's pretty cool, but I like scrolling, so we're going to roll with that. All right. Can you use a tuning fork to clean your home? I have not, but I would think, yes, you can. Why not? You can use it to use anything. But, excuse me. Yeah, you could go around. I would think that a singing bowl would work better, which I have a singing bowl here too because it definitely puts out the sound. I love sound cleansing. A bell works very well as also. So it doesn't have to be a tuning fork. I love doing these because I love feeling the vibration. So let me bring here. You guys could see it vibrating. So I love using a tuning fork with the crystals because it really packs a punch. But if I was going around my house, I'd probably use a singing bowl or a bell, I would think. But you could use a tuning fork. Yeah, absolutely. All right, TikTok, what crystals do you recommend for depression? As I mentioned, definitely lepidolite, smoky quartz. I want to say jet. Jet's fun. It's really light. So, I have a reason I'm looking. I think it's Elaine, is it? All right. I'm going to verify too because I can't remember if this crystal is on my list or not. All right. So this is what's calling for Elaine. I'm seeing rutilated quartz for you. I'm really curious if that's actually on my list or not. Lapis lazuli. I was not thinking that one. That one's on my list. Smoky quartz, jet, lepidolite. But like I said, I'm seeing rutilated quartz for you as being a good one to work with too. All right, let me come back over here, over to Facebook. All right. Do you make crystal healing course? I have not yet. I have so many people who have been asking me different methods for cleansing crystals that my thought is I will be putting together one just specifically for cleansing, clearing, programming, charging, all that stuff. I'm going to create a course just for that to kind of cover all the questions, because TikTok, y'all have been awesome with bringing up cleansing methods I would not have thought of and haven't learned about or, even heard of really at all in my years of doing this. And I've been working with crystals and actively studying, working and healing with them for healing since 1998. So you guys have had some amazing questions. So I want to go through and really dig in and research and test and all that stuff. A lot of the questions up and beyond the typicals that people have, to be able to put all that into a cleansing course. I will be doing one to teach how I do pendulum checks. Tribe members, you guys already have one uploaded into the tribe group on Facebook, a video that shows how I do them, but you guys get to see how I do that. So, but I have a video that shows and tells that. I'm going to change, because I've changed my method since then. I'm going to create a class that teaches how I do pendulum checks for checking the chakras, which goes up and beyond the typical open closed. So I'm definitely going to do that course and the other one. So these are very, very beginning stages. So otherwise, crystalguidance.com. I've got everything on there, and everything that's on, or almost everything on there, is free on Crystal Guidance. Hi, Joyce. All right, come back over to here, over to TikTok. What's the best crystal to carry for good energy? And what's the best crystal to keep my man to continue affection? Okay. For good energy, if you're looking for positive energy, if that's what you're talking about, a couple of good ones would be clear quartz, sunstone, citrine, a lot of those positive, sun, happy crystals. So, and it depends upon what you consider good energy. If, like I said, if you're looking for happiness, that positive energy, those are what I would recommend. If it's like emotional energy, rose quartz. Rose quartz is my favorite, can't you tell? And best to keep your man to continue affection. Again, cannot change anybody's will. Okay? Can't do it. It goes against everything I believe in to help people with that. But what you can do is to strengthen that bond for the highest good of both. Rose quartz, absolutely. Fun fact, emerald was actually said to change colors if a lover was unfaithful. I read that. I thought that was interesting, because emerald happens to be my birthstone and in my wedding set. Of course, it stays green with my husband. All right. Scrolling through. Okay, I'm caught up right now on TikTok, so let's come back over scrolling on Facebook. I love this. I'm so tickled that I get both of you guys at once, both of the main places that I post at. So, Barbara A., don't be sorry for asking more questions. You know I'm happy to help you always. So, which crystals for motivation? All right. Coffee beans. Just kidding. All right. Seriously, for motivation, carnelian, sunstone, garnet, ruby. Again, I offer multiple suggestions so you can find the one or ones that call out to you. I'm trying to think of where my other one is, because I want to show it, because it's not a common. But yes, I have it. Yes, I have it to sell. So, there you are. They're just not listed. I have a lot of stuff not listed. So y'all are just... I've been having more fun doing videos and stuff like that than I have been listing stuff in my Etsy shop, so that's why I'm so behind. If you guys can see, because if I bring it up, I don't think it's going to show very well. So, okay. So this is a bigger version. This is Vanadinite. Another great go-getter crystal. And I do have some that are like this. Usually it is in a cluster, which I have a small cluster. Let me grab it. All right. Also, sorry for slight mess. These are my crystals. This is part of my crystals. They are generally the smaller tumbles. Okay. So, and I label them, they're done alphabetically. These boxes work great. This is how I've just literally always done it since starting my collection. So if you guys can kind of see, it's going to dance a sparkle. It's actually how they usually come. And oftentimes they're bigger than this. This just happens to be a small piece. But I do have bigger ones too, which are a whole lot easier to work with. So, Vanadinite for motivation. All right, there you go. Let me put that baby back in my box. All right. All right, scroll over here. I'm caught up on Facebook. Moldavite comments. Ah! Love it. Okay. I love that. GXTTY. I'm not even gonna try that. First time carrying citrine in my math test and I got 100 out of 100. Congratulations. That is awesome. Citrine is wonderful. Okay. What crystals should I carry for protection? Okay, kind of also depends upon the type of protection. If you're talking more of psychic protection or physical protection, or kind of both. Black tourmaline's great for both. Smoky quartz is good for both. Smoky quartz is a bit more on the emotional and energetic level. Black tourmaline's not necessarily for everyone. I'm not a black tourmaline person. It brings me down too much, grounds me too much, and makes me depressed. So I can only work with black tourmaline if I'm doing healings for a client or if I'm in a huge crowd, like going to the Gem and Mineral Show. So kind of varies finding out your protection crystals. Jet, generally you're going to be looking at, for protection, your black crystals. Great for shielding and protecting, psychic-wise as well as physical, general protection. Turquoise is another one for general protection. So finding some of those, obsidian, another good protector. Again, you're looking at those black ones and finding kind of what works for you. Okay, so I just got this. I was so tickled. All right, so we got Rainbow Moonstone, which you guys follow. Rainbow Moonstone is actually not a moonstone. It's white labradorite, okay? My other one, and I know it's not going to show, but this is black diopside. I was so tickled, and it's actually a star diopside. And I noticed a huge difference when this just came in like 3 days ago. And huge difference putting that on. Again, black crystal. I work well with black sapphire. Everybody's energy is different. So finding the one that works well for you. But black tourmaline is generally a good go-to. See how that works for you. Don't care for it? Maybe try black obsidian. Maybe try hematite. You know, play with it and see what feels right, feels good for your energy, and trust in that. Just because I'm telling you black tourmaline's the one you're going to be here the most recommended, doesn't mean it's the right one for you. It's not the right one for me. So trust in that. That is the most important tip. Trust what works for you. Somebody says, that's not right. Bull. If it works for you, that is right. So, there you go. Gots to stress that. All right. Alexandria, you've got a Moldavite and you can't feel its energy anymore. Can you tell me how to clean it? This is why I brought this. Okay. Any of your methods, it's safe for any of the different cleansing methods. So you can run it under water. You could put it out in the sun. It's not going to hurt it. At least I haven't heard of it having an issue with the sun. Moon would work just fine. My favorite method is tuning fork. Always. So. All right, vibrating. You guys can see, I hold it over the crystal for as long as you feel that you need it. Usually for me, a few seconds. If it's really kind of feeling yucky, and just go with your intuition. Do I feel like it's done yet, kind of thing? And if not, bang it again and do it again until you kind of feel, all right, I think that's good now. See, the fun thing with a tuning fork, especially a weighted tuning fork, you are going to feel that vibration coming from here. You're literally going to feel it through the crystal. So that really helps amp up that energy for it. It helps retune it, clear its energy, get it back to kind of where it needs to be. Okay, comments that Moldavite helps make you feel good, not anxious. Yeah, I love that. Moldavite's helped me in such a good way. It's changed my life for the good and helped my anxiety. I love hearing more people are having that similar experience. It's wonderful hearing that validation because I would not have thought of Moldavite as helping with anxiety. I have 2 real Moldavite and a bunch of changes happened in a short time. Wow, that's so good, Missy. Catching up. I love that. GX. Okay, I'm shortening you all there. I just want to say you've helped me so much with my crystal journey and advice. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Thank you. It means a lot to me to hear stuff like that. It really does. Okay. Avi, where to buy those crystals? Depends upon the crystals. Some I have or can list. I need to get on that. Like I have the Vanadinite that I showed you guys. I'm generally not carrying common crystals anymore because I want to focus on teaching and doing my healing work. But I'm still carrying some unusual stuff. So the Vanadinite, I do have real tumbled citrine. I think I have like 15 left and then I'm out. And I don't know when I'll get more. I don't have carnelian. So kind of, it depends upon which crystals. And you guys can, okay, my Etsy shop, and I don't have a lot listed, but my Etsy shop is Crystal Guidance. So crystalguidance.etsy.com. If you're looking for something, message me through Etsy and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Might take me a couple of days. If I have it and I can list it, might take me a little bit, but I promise I'll get on it. If I don't have it, I'll try and tell you where to find it. Now, that said, hopefully you'll go through me first, but I now have a code for healingcrystals.com. So excited to get this. You have no idea. So if you use the code Crystal Guidance 10 when you go to checkout, put that in as a discount code, you'll get 10% off. And then I make like 5%, so thank you. But they've got a lot of the common stuff. So healingcrystals.com, use Crystal Guidance 10 as your discount code. Get 10% off. And I love them. I've been buying from them pretty much since they opened their website. And that was in 2003. Their website is so jam-packed full of information. It's amazing. All right, regular moonstone, or is there any special properties? Regular moonstone and rainbow moonstone are different. They're very similar properties, though. All right, so let me grab those. All right, so regular moonstone and rainbow moonstone, aka white labradorite. Honestly, the way I feel is that regular moonstone works more for the body and the emotions, whereas the rainbow moonstone works more for the emotions and the spirit. So if I were to use these in a chakra healing layout, I would be sacral chakra and crown chakra. So that's how I feel. And again, it'll vary from person to person, but their properties are really pretty similar. There was a pink moon a couple of days ago, and I charged my crystals with it. Is it the same as a regular moon? Yes. Okay, so names like a pink moon, if I'm remembering my information correctly, is a name that was given, it might be one of the Native American names, but it's kind of based upon different themes. So like there's the wolf moon and stuff like that, and I don't remember them all, to be honest. So the fact that it's called a pink moon, it's just a label. When you do come into differences is like we've got on the 26th, this full moon, there will be a lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse can be chaotic energy. So you might not want to put your crystals out for a lunar eclipse until after the eclipse happens because of that chaotic energy. You don't want that in your crystals. Supermoon. That's when it's even bigger in the sky than normal, right? Supermoon is going to have stronger energy than a normal full moon. So that's good as well. But again, you want to kind of be mindful of eclipses because it does bring in a change. Hi, Donna! All right. Oh, good. I'm almost caught up on TikTok and then I come back over here. What can you use raw malachite for since I've read it's toxic to wear? Okay. Oh my gosh. I really need to get into geo-geeking out on y'all at some point. So people are flipping out. Oh my God, don't mess with raw malachite. It's toxic. Raw malachite. Okay, malachite is a copper-based mineral. Okay? You don't want to ingest copper. It's toxic. It's actually where people are flipping out and where they're kind of getting a little bit of misinformation is that it's the fumes of malachite that you don't want to mess with. So, yes, you can handle it. Wash your hands after. It's not going to kill you. Seriously, you guys, if all these toxic crystals, if you were going to die from handling them, I would have been dead a long time ago. I handle sulfur. I handle stibnite. I handle galena. I wash my hands afterwards. So there's your deal. Wash your hands after. It contains copper. Copper is not going to kill you. It's the fumes, or, the dust, excuse me, that's what I should say. The dust from malachite is what you're wanting to avoid. Something tells me you're not going to be sitting there grinding on your malachite, so I think you're all right. But seriously, don't blame me. Go look it up on Mindat. It's all right to handle. And no, malachite is not a substitute for moldavite. I have really got to fix some of this TikTok-y misconceptions, but at the same time, people look at me and go, here's somebody with 20,000 or 100,000 followers. They must know more than what this chick does. This chick studies geology. So it's not just the metaphysical. And I have a geology professor that I'm good friends with that's one of my mentors and one of my suppliers, my wholesale suppliers. And anytime I have questions geology-wise, I go to him, and he has taught me a hell of a lot. Mindat and typing in mineral and going to places like that is really where you're going to get more information. So I do my research before I share it. Just saying. There's so much Facebook. Seriously, TikTok's crazy. There's so much misinformation. It kills me. What? Interesting. All right, I will come back to those because those just came in. So let me come back over to Facebook real quick. Oh, love labradorite for protection. Amen. Why did I not think? Well, okay, I was thinking all kinds of protection. Seriously, psychic protection, labradorite. I have a piece. Okay, there it goes. It wants to flash. So this one right here is labradorite. I have labradorite here too. Labradorite is hands down my absolute favorite crystal. And it helps with anxiety too. So definitely for protection. Helps to protect the auric field. All right, Chris, moving into a new apartment, need all kinds of protection and energy, good vibes, healthy living, putting old hurtful memo behind you. Good for you. Yeah, moving into a new apartment, when you do, make sure you cleanse that sucker. A good way, since, okay, I will fully admit I don't know all the ins and outs to sage. Some things I've seen, all sage is bad. Some things are close practice, shouldn't use it. So not bad, but close practice shouldn't use it. Other things I've seen, all sage. I think more things I've seen saying that it's white sage that's the no-no. So I will tell you I'm not sure. So don't bite my head off, please. I need it. So instead of sage, incense is good. But even better than that, Florida water. A, smells so good. B, I have it in a spritzer, in a little spritz bottle, and then spray it around my house. A big difference. And then the house smells so good. Last night, and I'll do it again tonight after dealing with all this stuff and your guys' energy. I love y'all, but seriously. I spritz it over myself. So it makes a big difference. So Florida water for cleansing. And yeah, you could use that on crystals too. Because a little spritz on a crystal is not going to hurt it. Even things like halite. Okay, people flip out over selenite getting wet. It's not going to dissolve just getting a little water on it. So halite, on the other hand, is salt and it will. But you could spritz it on any of them and it's really not going to make a difference. But yeah, all over your house, so easy to use Florida water. So let's see. Oh, goodness. Okay, that's a longer post than I was thinking. I did more. Okay, let me clear that. So that was in a way. Excuse me. I have a nice pair of blue kyanite earrings. Me too. And the crystal I feel the energy from the most from even gave my hands tingling. However, I wore them yesterday and I was feeling completely drained without any other reason. My eyes were heavy as if I didn't sleep for days. What can I do to wear them without feeling so? I'm going to assume that you cleansed them. Gonna assume. If not, cleanse them. Remember I said, I don't know how to pronounce your name and you're in my tribe and I feel so bad I can't. Seji? Okay, please forgive me. But definitely post in the tribe too so we can help you over there. Cleanse them if you haven't already. I'm wondering if you were picking up on things. So here's the deal. So I've got blue kyanite. The top stone in this one's blue kyanite, and I've got it here. Because blue kyanite is the one that I see as being, and I have worked with as my psychic amplifier. Once I started working with it, I noticed my clairaudience started picking up more. So that's why you'll notice with my tribe healings, I'm always wearing kyanite. So you may have actually started picking up on things that drained you a bit more. So that's kind of my thought on that. But definitely make sure you cleansed it if you didn't already, because it shouldn't drain you. There had to be something else, but that doesn't mean that it's not like you put on, you know, these little psychic antennas and then suddenly that attracted something that drained you. In which case, labradorite's good, or one of your favorite grounding, protecting crystals. Hello, my love. My husband's down here now. Now, why do I get attracted to different crystals at different moments? Super easy. Actually, excellent question. I don't think I've been asked that. Love it. Because your energy is shifting and your needs are shifting. So what you need right now might necessarily be what you're needing tomorrow. So go with it. If you're being attracted to one now, same goes for being unattractive and not liking a crystal. So I used to not like Amazonite. And off the top of my head, I couldn't remember what it helps with. It just kind of went against whatever I was needing. But I kind of looked at it and go, oh, okay, I'm not wanting to do this work. I'm not wanting to deal with this right now. That explains why I don't like that crystal. So, kind of same way. So it's based on your needs, and it will shift. So a crystal you might not like now, you might like later. I love Amazonite now. Maria, some for 15-year-old for self-confidence. Age doesn't matter. Sunstone, citrine, carnelian, rose quartz. So, okay, got that caught up. Are you going to be working in here, my love? I got the finger.
Just for a short bit.
Just for a short bit. Okay. You don't care. I'm just going to be yakety yakking.
Don't talk back.
He says, don't talk back. Oh, I deserved it. Okay, so now I'm with Sierra. What crystals would you not recommend to anyone? I have to really think about that. If there's any I would not recommend anybody. I mean, really. I'm going to have problems now because he's over there going. Because really, I mean, I would say toxic crystals, unless you know what you're doing and washing your hands. But working with, I mean, if you're drawn to something, you're drawn to something. If you're not, you're not. So there's none I can really think of off the top of my head that I would go, no, you just don't want to mess with that kind of thing, if that makes sense. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Now, that doesn't mean I won't think of something later, and somebody else might go, I wouldn't recommend this for people, but some people wouldn't recommend moldavite. I say do it. I say at least have it, then when you're ready. So, and again, it's trusting. How do you know when you're ready? Give it a shot. See how it feels. Larger moldavite makes me queasy. The videos I've done, I think I still have one sitting in my outbox, I think, that literally when I had a bunch of them in my hand, I had black tourmaline on too to help kind of ground, but I was still a little queasy when I was doing it. Moldavite flush. So people would say, I wouldn't recommend moldavite. But look, people have been saying how much it's helped them. So it kind of varies. And how will you know when you're ready? Test it out. See how you feel. Doesn't feel right? You're not ready. Pretty simple. What do I think about labradorite? It's my favorite. It is. Labradorite's hands down my favorite crystal. Which crystals to help with sleeping? Amethyst, sodalite, howlite, moonstone, regular moonstone. I say regular moonstone because rainbow moonstone might cause more active dreams and just really be a little more than, yeah, it could be active. But you could try it. Hematite, help grounding. Just a couple of suggestions for helping to sleep. I have a video on TikTok, and it's like my second most popular video, I think, too. So, do I have any rad ones? What, crystals? Aren't they all rad? I mean, come on, Facebook, aren't they all rad? Yeah, I'm sure. Upstairs, I have oconite. And oconite is known as the fuzzy stone. I literally have it in a case because otherwise it was going to get dusty, and you can't dust this thing because it is literally a fuzzy stone. It is cool. It looks like this little fuzzy snowball. So cool. So that's my rad crystal. At least that's the one that off the top of my head says, I want to be that rad crystal. That's a good question. Is something going on now? The energy feels weird. We are in between... No, I don't think we had an eclipse. But we're getting ready to come up on eclipse on the 26th. Yeah. So I think that's messing with stuff. Mercury's getting ready to go retrograde on the 29th. So we're in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. If I remember correctly, there's either been solar flares or they're getting ready to be, because I don't think it was the Schumann resonance that was up, but I saw something that was spiked. So yes, there's definitely stuff, but I have not paid enough attention on Facebook as much as I need to be able to answer exactly this, and this. So yes, stuff is up right now for sure, but I think we either have solar flares happening or we will be. I need to watch my Facebook because my Facebook peoples know. Why do I like labradorite so much? Okay, hang on. I think I missed something. I heard mixed opinions on tiger's eye in water and turning water toxic. What's your opinion? You know, I'm trying to think on tiger's eye. Let me look and see if it's on my list, because that I do not recall. So let me look. On crystalguidance.com, I have a crystal cautions and toxic stone list. So that's what I'm pulling up. I cannot remember off the top of my head what it has in it. So I will be able to tell you in just a second as soon as it finishes the scrolling. There we go. Tiger's eye. So it does contain a form of asbestos. So, yes, it's one you do not want to put in water. Correct. Correct on tiger's eye. So yes, you can still handle it, all that fun stuff. You would just not want to put it in water. So it's one of those that if you were making a gem elixir, you would want to do it the indirect method, which means either putting it outside the container next to the glass or having the stone in a container and that container in the glass that has the water, if that makes sense. So I do have a gem elixir article too. So yes, you're right. Tiger's eye, don't put it in water. You can cleanse it, but you're not going to want to put it in water that you're going to drink. Why do I like labradorite so much? It's labradorite. I probably the flashes, to be perfectly honest. I'm like looking because I know I have like several things of labradorite here, but really, oh my God, I forgot how heavy these guys are. Okay. This is George and Herman and their labradorite. There's something about the flashes that just I am obsessed with. This is George and this is Herman and he is Mouthy. So they sit on my desk. All right, come here, boys. All right. It's very protective too. It works with psychic abilities. So you're getting in that psychic connection with labradorite, and it's protecting. So it does just so much. And then, you know, they flash and say, hello, here I am, love me. So the labradorite does quite a lot. So that's labradorite for me in a nutshell. How powerful is smoky citrine, smoky quartz and citrine? I can't say it's any more than other citrine or other smoky quartz. I've worked with it a little bit. I have some, but I usually work with one or the other. But it's a great crystal. You are going to bring in the properties of both working with that, but it's not any more powerful than smoky quartz or citrine. All right, I'm about to buy some crystals. Don't know how to cleanse them. My favorite method is with a tuning fork. Okay, so I've done this already, so I'm going to do this real quick. And on crystalguidance.com, I do have an article about cleansing crystals. And yes, I am slowly but surely working on digging up more information to make a class for you guys on cleansing crystals, because it's asked so much on TikTok. So, my favorite methods with a tuning fork. Really simple. I can do it anytime. I'd say anywhere, but I mean, I don't typically carry my fork with me. So, but anytime, safe with any crystal. So that's why I love the fork, using a tuning fork the most. You can use incense. That's safe for all crystals, but not everybody's going to like using incense because of the smell. The type of incense does not matter. So those are a couple of methods. Those are the ones I use the most generally, because especially the tuning fork, because I do healing work so often for my clients. I do distance Reiki healing work, which a lot of my Facebook people know, but TikTok might not. So, and after I'm done with my session, I always fork the crystals. And of course, myself. So, for clearing afterwards. So, fork is so much easier. All right. I just bought crystals, and how do I charge them? And charged on the new moon for about 4 hours. All right, so here's the deal. I don't deal with charging or really programming. See, all right, how do I put this easiest? Crystals already have their innate energy, right? A crystal is a repeating geometric structure. And I'm trying to think of what the word was. My brain lost the technical term for it. Basically, their energy is more stable than ours. So bringing our chaotic energy into their stable energy, that's their stable energy is what helps balance our chaotic energy. That's how crystals help heal. All right. So when they are hit with our chaotic energy, especially if we're like hyper emotional, something like that, and they're helping do their thing, it knocks their energy out a little bit. But it's not going to be like severely, oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, sometimes they do really go and then they break. But generally, it's not going to knock them out like so terribly bad. So what you're doing is you're retuning their energy, kind of bringing them back to where they originally were, which is the cleansing. That's one of the reasons I love using a tuning fork so much. It's because you can literally feel the vibration helping to retune their energy. So as far as charging, you don't have to charge them. You just bring them kind of back to where they originally were. As far as programming, I believe it's not the crystal you have to program, it's yourself you are programming. So I can go and tell somebody did this one and I loved it so much. So you can have a moldavite. You could program it to help calm you down. Well, I guess actually technically it is, but nope. Someone said, moldavite, calm you down. No, you're definitely going to be off in the ethers. It's not a grounding crystal. So you could say, moldavite, I'm programming you to ground me. No, it's not. That is not innately what its energy is going to do. So, rose quartz, calming. You're going to activate me. I'm going to have so much energy with you. Well, no, it's a calming crystal. So you can't tell it to do that. So instead, really what you're doing is you're going to find a crystal that works with, I need a calming energy. Innately already does that. You don't need to tell it, rose quartz, I want you to calm me. It's going to do it anyway. But what you're actually doing is setting the intention I ask that this rose quartz bring me healing. You're attuning yourself to the energy of the crystal. So you're not programming the crystal. You're more programming yourself to connect with the crystal for that purpose. So is it necessary? Not at all. Not at all. Because they're going to help you with whatever you're going to need. So it's kind of like a tarot reading. Somebody pulls cards. Well, that's not the question I had. No, but this is what you need to know. Same with crystals. I want you to help me with this. Well, this is what you need help with, so this is what I'm going to help you with. That's what crystals are going to do. So, hopefully that makes sense. Okay. I know I've got a ton over here on TikTok, but let me come back over here, over to Facebook. All right. Joyce, what crystals do you feel that I should work with that comes to your mind? Joyce, sweetie, you are a tribe member. Yeah, go post in there. It's because that's something that I'm going to have to tap into your energy more. Honestly, setting up a healing session with me is going to be the best way for me to do that. So, for those who want me to say what crystals I feel you need to work with at this time, I do offer that. So, Facebook, you can message me, or I think I have a booking button on Facebook, on the Crystal Guidance page. TikTok. If you go to my link tree, so in my bio, I have on there to schedule a chakra check session. So the chakra check section, chakra, I'm done. That word's not coming out. Chakra check session. There we go. Is $15, or I have one that's $18. And so what I do is I check all your 7 primary chakras, and I do a healing on one chakra that needs the most work. So that's the basic 15. For the 18, I will also tell you a crystal or 2 for each of the chakras that I feel that you need to be working with. So I tune into your energy and say, this crystal, this crystal, and this crystal to help you work on those chakras. And for the chakra check, I tell you balanced, minor imbalance, imbalance showing up as physical, imbalance showing up as emotional or mental, blocked, overactive, underactive. So, and again, that's something that I will end up doing a class to teach how I do that with the pendulum. So Joyce, yeah, tribe, or better yet, I honestly set up a chakra check at the very least so that I can help really tap into your energy, because that's a real broad question. So, oops. And if you feel, let's see. Okay, I thought I saw more. If you've been really drawn to clear quartz, work with it. Definitely. Maria, is it normal that a bracelet breaks, and what should I do with it? It can. It really, I've had some that break because like the cord just is so well loved it gave out, and that's okay. A lot of times it means that it's just done with you right now. You didn't need it. Excuse me. You're welcome to repair it. I would. Personally, I would repair it, restring it, but it might not be something I wear for a while. I probably, would take it, give it a really good cleanse, and put it away, and come back to it later. So usually when it breaks, it's done right now. I had one that I had freshly strung that broke while I was working at my local crystal shop, no less. I was like, oh, okay, it's done with me right now, and I still haven't put it back together. I will eventually, but that was, gosh, over 4 months ago, I think. I don't remember. Okay. Now let me come back over here because I think I'm caught up on Facebook. So. What do I think about blue lace agate? Very good calming throat chakra. I do like blue lace agate. That's one of the favorites that I use when I work with my clients for healing the throat chakra. Blue lace agate and aquamarine are my 2 favorites for that. For me personally, I go for aquamarine though. But very good calming energy. What thoughts on cleansing selenite? Cleansing with selenite or incense. Okay, honestly, yeah, you can use selenite. I am not a selenite. Okay, I don't use selenite to cleanse because honestly, I feel there's a lot better methods. Incense being one of them. Tuning forks, my absolute favorite. I find it works the best. People say selenite is self-cleansing. I don't buy into the self-cleansing. Neither do some of my teachers like Ashley Levy of Love and Light, Hibiscus Moon of Hibiscus Moon Crystal Academy. These are two of my mentors and teachers, and they don't subscribe to the self-cleansing either. Every crystal can benefit from cleansing. So if I were to use selenite, if I were to use one to cleanse, I would have a plate, because you're going to want it to be bigger than the crystal that it's cleansing, because it's taking away that energy and retuning, right? So you're going to want a bigger selenite than you have a crystal. So I've got charging plates. I just don't use them. Let's see. Can I start witchcraft at 12? You bet. Aw, hello. Okay, Mom here. My boys are grown now, though. They are 21 and then, well, actually, he's getting ready to turn 22. My other one's getting ready to turn 17. They've been doing witchcraft, so, well, okay, magic, crystals, all that stuff. Literally all their life, because that's who I am. So, absolutely. There are books on magic for children, and I wish I could remember what, because I remember buying them for my boys when they were little. But there's actually a lot of books for kids, so for young adults like yourself, for learning crystals and learning to work with magic, because I'm actually getting ready to buy, I was looking at a book for my niece, and she just turned 10 in December. So, oh yeah, absolutely. There's stuff out there, and yeah, you can. You bet. All right, it covered charging. What was the fuzzy crystal called? I want to search it. Oakenite. I don't know how to type in here. Oakenite, so yeah. Oh, I think it's on here, so I could spell it. I don't spell off the top of my head very easy. Totally admit it. Why are you not listed on here? I would not want to put that in water. It's not on my list. I'm really surprised. But yeah, Oakenite is the fuzzy crystal. That's upstairs. Eventually I'll bring all the rest of my stuff down. I've got a lot of it down here. Okay, I already answered about smoky citrine. Is there a difference between red tiger's eye versus regular tiger's eye? Yeah. Well, yes, energetically too. And there's a blue tiger's eye. I don't have my big ones in here. I meant to bring them in. That's okay. All right. They do have different properties too. So, some of the basic ones from mine. So, golden tiger's eye, definitely going to be your more common. Good for protection as well. Good luck. Boosts the energy. Red tiger's eye. That one more, even more energy boost because it's red. So root chakra, that definitely fiery energy. Good for passion and libido as well. On the flip side, blue tiger's eye. It's going to be more calming. Helps calm libido. I don't want this one. Okay. Again, properties I don't know really off the top of my head, but those are on crystalguidance.com because I've sold these in the past. So I do know the properties are listed if you want to look them up. But yes, they are different coloring wise, and yes, they are natural. I actually have them in raw form. Liz in the other room. So, yeah, I think I have enough crystals over here. Does heat-treated amethyst and natural citrine have same healing powers? The camps are split on this. Seriously. And people get OCD stick up their ass over it. Okay. Some people tell you no because they're chemically different and all that fun jazz. They're like, no, it's amethyst at its core. But color comes into play a lot. I definitely work with a lot with chromotherapy, so color therapy. So while yes, at its core it was amethyst, it has shifted. And so it definitely has that brighter, more vibrant energy than an amethyst that's more calming. So I feel that my opinion only, feel that they have very similar properties, natural citrine and heat-treated amethyst. I feel that they are very similar. I've worked with both. I have a pendant that's the heat-treated variety. Absolutely love it. I have a pendant that I created that's a natural one, and honestly, I kind of prefer the heat-treated one for its bright yellow energy. But when it comes to working with crystals for my healing sessions and my clients, I go for the natural. So I think they both have their benefits. It's kind of like bringing in, regular moonstone and rainbow moonstone. At their core, they're different, but they have very similar properties, metaphysically, if that makes sense. So that's my feel is, I feel that they are similar. They're a little different, but they are similar. So. Okay, do you have any recommendations for calming one down right before and during meditation? Amethyst, well, no, I kind of think that would be active. Amethyst for some, but that might be a little too active for some. Selenite came to mind. All right, let me get to the book just because I know I have a tip on... Where'd you go? Meditation. There we go. All right. That's what I was looking for. Crystals for meditation. So helping to calm the mind, stuff like that. Calming an overactive mind, amethyst. But again, I get this feeling, and maybe it's because with you, amethyst might be a little too over. So Graham. Amethyst might be active for you. But for others, amethyst is a good one to help calm the mind. So for some, it might be good. Others, it might not. Selenite, that's what I thought. Meditation, other ones good for meditation. Clear quartz. And kyanite. Sodalite might be another good one to help calm the mind. So clear quartz helping to focus. So those are a couple of thoughts for you, but selenite's the one that comes to mind for you, and for others, amethyst. All right, is it true selenite does not need cleansing and can cleanse crystals around it? I answered that. Okay, I think I'm caught up there. Brianna, okay, whoop, what TikTok? Okay. See. Okay, I don't know if you're still there, but my oldest son is on here. So, hi, Wolfie. My boy. All right, Brianna. Appreciate you so much. You really helped me started my crystal journey. Thank you. Do you have to touch the crystal to work? No, but having it in your nearby space and your auric field is what's going to make the most difference, because that way their energy and your energy are going to come together. Whereas if it's across the room, yeah, it's still kind of in your space, but having it in your auric field is how they're going to be able to help you the best. But you don't have to touch it, but it helps. What books do you recommend for beginners? Okay, hang on, it's over here. Whee! I had just moved it. I know it's going to be backwards. But, all right, I just got this one. really recently. This one is awesome. So I actually bought for my niece and both of my boys, or at least my oldest son, Joey, and if he's still there. So I got them The Crystal Healer by same author, Phillips. So wonderful. And he expanded it. He had a volume 2, and this should be volume 1 and volume 2 put together. So here's the deal with this one. And again, sorry it's all backwards. These are some of the best pictures that I've seen in Crystal Book. It's done by color, so it's going to make it really easy for you to look up stuff. And in the back are crystal tips and prescriptions. So looking up, you could say, oh, well, here's, crystals to help with nausea. I happen to open to that page. So, and it will give some suggestions. So this one has everything you need, really. So Crystal Healing, the Modern Guide to Crystal Healing. Definitely recommend it. And I need to do a video on YouTube, youtube.com/Crystal Guidance, that compares that one to his other two, because I'm not sure if there's differences, but it wouldn't surprise me, but I want to do a comparison. It's on my list. Advice for someone just learning about crystals? Go to crystalguidance.com. Seriously, there's over 400 articles on my website, and it's all free. So, and on there, I have an article. So if you go to crystalguidance.com, the homepage, scroll to the bottom of the page, I've made a banner that says new to crystals and not sure where to start. Click that. That's where you start. That article has all the basics on there for you. I love it. You can never have enough crystals. Amen. Amen. Although I'm not sure if my husband would agree. He's surrounded by them. In fact, I had to move one of my skulls off my desk, and it's, don't you dare throw Hugo. I didn't have enough room to have everything here. I had to make room for my other tripod, so I moved him to his desk. Okay. New here, I'm learning how to heal with crystals. What advice do you have? Fully loaded question. Not enough time to answer that. So, crystalguidance.com. I promise you will find the answers. Thank you, Brianna. My day is made now, honey. She says, I would have guessed you were young 30s. My day is so made. Thank you, thank you. I just turned 41. What are forks? This is a tuning fork. This one is a weighted tuning fork, so it's got the weights here. They also have ones that look like this. That's unweighted. I personally like the weighted ones because I like how they vibrate and Facebook just died. Okay, well, you know what? I'll just turn that back on. Let me type in round 2. Weird. Oh. We're back for round 2. Okay, Facebook, I don't know why I died. So maybe, I have no idea. It says you're over your time limit. Okay, so this is tuning fork. This is what I love to use for cleansing crystals. So the weighted has more vibration, less sound. Whereas the unweighted, that's going to look more like this, because I don't have one next to me, has more sound, less of the vibration. And I personally love to be able to feel that vibration over the crystals. So that's a tuning fork. I thought this was about $30. I think this one, exact one, is like $40, but there are some cheaper ones on Amazon. So on Crystal Guidance, I've got a page about tuning forks, and TikTok, I have videos on that say what type of tuning fork that is, what frequency it is, where to get it, etc., etc. All right. I gave my opinion on blue lace agate. Do you actually have to touch the crystal or... Okay, please don't keep repeating your question. I promise I am literally scrolling through, and so it kind of annoys me. No offense. I get that maybe some people on live just ignore it, just watch it as it goes. I scroll, if you're noticing. So please don't ask the same question more than once, because it just kind of throws me. Because I promise I'll get to them. I'm even hanging out longer than normal, so just so I can make sure I get to everybody. Get to as much as I can. I'm about a half hour over. So, all right. I did the fork, but I'll do it again because Amber asked to hear it. I'm holding it up to TikTok. All right, here you go, Facebook. See? You don't really hear it. It's pretty cool. It doesn't annoy anybody. GT, if you're still there, you are so welcome. Go to bed. Good night. I'm going to upload this. Okay, so Facebook, because you're Facebooky. I'm going to end up uploading the TikTok version to my YouTube channel. So all of this will be available tomorrow, later tonight. I'm not sure which yet, when it gets uploaded. So I will be uploading this to youtube.com/crystalguidance because I've been doing that with all of my lives. So that way, in case people weren't able to get there. All right, so, I covered what crystal book I recommend. How do you feel about Crystal for Beginners by Karen Fraser? I don't think I have that one, which is really odd, especially if it's one of the more recent ones. I kind of slowed down on buying crystal or books because I've got over 150 crystal books, I think. I have no idea anymore. No idea. Oh, yeah, Joe's there. Wonderful book, by the way. All right, so my son says, yep, I'm here. And he says, wonderful book, because he's the one that, okay. Yay, I do see my boy there, don't I? I'm going to click this button and see if it tells me who's there. Ah, he is there. My boy. All right, so, Wolfie, somebody had asked if you can do witchcraft, start learning at 12. So I mentioned you and, your brother and Mouse and said how you guys have been learning literally all your lives. And somewhere there are books that I bought for you when you were younger, the one that had the series. So I was going to recommend that, but I don't remember what the series was. It was a pretty cool series though. You were here for the Moldavite convo. You've been there for a while. Oh, good Lord. Our son is rotten just like you. Your dad goes, wah ha ha ha. You know he's proud. Me too. Let's see. My daughter started meditating with crystals today, and a spider and a caterpillar were on her. Oh my gosh. Okay. Eek! But seriously, that's good signs. All right, so I can't always see the names very well. Katie Scott. All right, I would recommend going and looking up spider totems and caterpillar totems, or totems, one word, or look up spider spirit guide, caterpillar spirit guide. See what pops up, because you're going to find information of what that energy is bringing into her life right now, because the fact that when she was meditating and those popped up, that's not a coincidence. That's for a reason. So definitely go and look those up. Amber, no problem, said, sorry. Some people scroll questions and don't answer them. If you guys, I'm trying to do my best to bounce back and forth. Facebook's pretty quiet. You guys are awesome though. All y'all are awesome. But no, I sitting here constantly, my fingers going like this. I'm scrolling so I can try and make sure to answer everybody in their order. So, all right, over on Facebook, advice on Moldavite, best way to use it. You missed it the first time around. Moldavite's such a hot topic, isn't it? Right, you carry with you, wear it if you want. But I would actually recommend, especially kind of dipping your toes into Moldavite, meditating with it or journaling with it. So, meditating would be a good way. But even kind of focusing in on and seeing kind of what comes to you. But meditation would be the way I would recommend. And then seeing what pops up for you. Just to kind of get you going in with it. I don't usually meditate with crystals, and I should be. But I like wearing mine or carrying them. So you could do it either way to work with it. There's no one best way. Whatever works for you is good. So, but go ahead and try that. Try meditating with it and kind of see what pops up. See how things do. If you carry it with you, pay attention to the small, subtle changes and different shifts. So with me, I didn't notice anything major, but after about a week of wearing mine, I noticed that I didn't have that anxiety ball in my stomach that I had for so long. So it took me a while to realize, oh wait, this changed. Okay, what have I done differently? The Moldavite I've been wearing. There's the difference. So sometimes they can come through on a very subtle level. So you got to pay attention to those little changes. How's your thinking pattern? Has it shifted? Your emotions? Physically? Are you seeing things differently? So things would be just the slightest, but the shifts are there if you pay attention. The purpose of Moldavite? Oh, Moldavite's so good. Moldavite's actually going to bring up in your life things that need to be worked on and changed. So, I've noticed that I've been able to make shifts in my life easier since wearing mine. Shifting my time clock, being a little more focused, which sounds really strange, being focused with Moldavite, but it's definitely been helping. What does it do for you? Oh, do I have that on there? I can't remember if I have Moldavite on my website. If I do, I will have you go there for the properties, because as I mentioned, I give a little bit here and there, but my brain doesn't process properties quite as well because it varies from person to person, book to book, and there's just this long list of properties for every crystal. So my brain works more of what crystals are good for this. That's just how I remember things easier. So I'm double checking. Okay. Alexander, I do, if you go to crystalguidance.com/Moldavite, I've got information on there. So for the properties for Moldavite. Oh, our son's so wonderful. Okay, I'm scrolling back up and catching some of these. Oh my gosh. Katie, that is crazy. Caterpillar was in her mouth. Oh my gosh. Dude. So my son says he still has the books and he'll look it up so we can put it on the page. So that's so perfect. That would be wonderful because I've got a lot of baby witches that follow me, Wolfie. So you know me. I always want a mom. My son can tell you I mommed the neighborhood. But mind you, I'm a young mom, so I was, yeah. I was the cool mom. I'd like to think. All right. What do I need to Google? Oh, okay. Look up, like, for the spider totem animal, or spider spirit guide. Either one will get you in the ballpark. Same with the caterpillar. So, totem animal or spirit guide. I usually type in totem animal. and that will pop stuff up. What is the best crystal for a tarot reader and an empath? Depends upon your purpose. So if you're talking more of enhancing your gifts as a tarot reader empath, you'd want ones like amethyst. Actually, for you, I keep seeing, hang on, let me figure out which one it is. So this is Callie over on TikTok. Okay. Callie, with you, I keep seeing apophyllite. Yeah. See, I'm seeing dambarite too, which I don't think my dambarite's here. All right. Alrighty, so this is dambarite. I'm kind of seeing, Callie, this one for you, so this would be good for boosting those psychic skills, but really the one I'm seeing is apophyllite. Now you see why I had to take a moment to kind of see, because I was seeing clear crystal, but I wasn't clear quartz. Although clear quartz is a good one. Amethyst. I love, I've got it like all over, kyanite. Kyanite for boosting those psychic skills, especially for clairaudience. I've noticed mine have kicked in since wearing kyanite. Make sure you shield yourself, so labradorite's a must. So it depends upon what, but there's a couple, yeah. Definitely make sure you've got your grounding protecting crystal. Like I said, labradorite's a great one for that one. And Callie, for you, apophyllite. There any books about crystals that are helpful? Allison, did you see the book that I showed? I showed one very recently. I want to make sure that, because I have stuff up here and I've got a bunch underneath I haven't seen yet, so I'm not sure if you saw it or not when your comment came in. Moon Goddess, thank you so much. Yay, thank you. Yes, I've got, let's see, Raphael over here, and this one is Athena, and I've got, yeah, Michael over here. Okay, good. It just showed up. And there it went. How many crystals do I have? First off, thank you so much for the compliment. Too many. Okay, seriously, at one point, I had, and I still have this, I had a page that I created for myself that had a list of every crystal I had and how many I had. I had that going from before I was a seller. So, and I've been selling since 2010. It's been that long since I've updated this. I really need to. I'm going to get in here and look and see and tell you where it was at then. Okay. I had over 1,000 crystals at that point. When did I update it last? Okay, no, I guess I updated it last, it says, in 2015. Before I was really selling. So at that point, I had over 1,000 crystals and I had 321 varieties. So that means even a breakdown of like the colors. Like I'd have variety, I'd have 5 types of calcite, for example. So that was 321 different types, even broke down into color. Way over that now. I would be scared to find out what I have. I have to have over 500 variety, I'd want to say. Because definitely as I started selling and I was able to get on the wholesale side, I was like, oh, I don't have this yet. I don't have this yet. I don't have this yet. So my collection grew substantially. I told my husband, I said, I'm selling crystals so I could buy more crystals for me. Yeah, benefits. Moon Goddess, I'd like to know what crystal is good for me in general or what I work with. honestly, the best way for me to tell you what crystal for you is to book a chakra check session with me. So for TikTok users, in my bio, you can click in there and I'll have something like book a chakra check, or are your chakras balanced? Find out, book a session, something like that. So that's the best way for me to be able to really tap into your energy and see what's going on. And with that, the chakra check session, obviously I check all the chakras and tell you how they're doing. And if you pick the one where I suggest crystals, I'll suggest crystals that I feel called to for you. So that is the best way to do that. Is it Destiny? Oh, thank you. It says, I love you. I love you guys too. I really do. Books and website suggestions for newbies with crystals. There's this really great website called crystalguidance.com. Okay, that's my website. All right, seriously, y'all. Again, I know it's backwards. No, this book is not available. Although I am really thinking about having a raffle for at least one, because I made 2 spare copies. Eventually, I will have a book. But if you've ever looked up on Google and looked up crystals for something and seen these, this is me. So I shot these in 2012. So now you know the face. So if you've ever looked up, like I said, crystals for pain, or, crystals for meditation, and seen any of them with the gold cloth, that's me, Crystal Guidance. So going to my website, crystalguidance.com, you're going to find all those. I've got metaphysical properties for like 200 crystals. I've got articles. So I have over 400 different pages on the website. I do it all myself. So all that. Crystalguidance.com is a website. Another great website is healingcrystals.com. They've got tons and tons of information on there. If you buy from healingcrystals.com, use the discount code CrystalGuidance10 and you'll get 10% off your purchase every time with healingcrystals.com. That's new. So excited. So excited about that. All right. I'm going to come back. All right. I know I got more on TikTok, but let me come check over here real quick on Facebook. Alexander, with the Moldavite, yes, it does align you with your higher self. The thing I've noticed with Moldavite the most is it actually has calmed my anxiety better than any other crystal. A lot of people on TikTok were saying the same thing. What is the biggest crystal you have? Actually, it's a rose quartz out in my front yard that's 18 pounds. That is my biggest crystal. My parents bought it for me. Rose quartz is my, not my absolute favorite, but definitely in my top 5. It is the very first crystal I ever had was a rose quartz. I hear you, my love. Brianna, do I do tarot readings online as well? I do not. Okay, hang on. Husband's doing something. What's up, honey? You going upstairs? Okay, I love you. Okay, so, nope. I am such an oracle card enthusiast. I've got just over 50 crystal oracle decks and over 100 other oracle and a few tarot decks. But I don't see myself as a reader. I just love pulling cards, but I did not bring any of that with me. But crystals are my thing. Cards are just for fun. So it's something I do in my tribe group. So is pull cards and say, hey, here's the message in the book. Because honestly, I just don't want to put that much thought into, here's the symbolic message of this card. My brain wants to process other things and go, oh, how can I help heal this person? So I have them, but no, I don't do readings. Am I a water sign? Nope. Actually, oddly enough, so asking if I'm a water sign, water is the element that I have the absolute least of in my entire chart. I have almost no water at all. I'm a Taurus. I am extremely earthy. So, thank you. Got compliments on the hair. I'm all frizzy today. I took my shower and I don't feel like flat ironing. But I had to up the purple. Is there a crystal that will help ground her? It's a lot of grounding crystals. So, okay. I answered. Oh, yeah, it was Angie that asked that. Okay, what's the biggest crystal I have? Okay, got that. Sorry, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Okay, grounding crystal. Play with it and see kind of what you might find to be a better grounding crystal. Black tourmaline is a really good grounding one, but some people it might be too much. For me, I can't do black tourmaline. It literally pulls me down so much I become depressed. Hematite's great. Smoky quartz. Instead of black tourmaline, there's brown tourmaline is a great one, also known as dravite. I actually really like this one too. This is chastolite, also known as crossstone because the cross. So different from fairy cross. My brain just died on its name too. Why do I think I'm going to pronounce it wrong too? All right, different. This is chastolite. We'll just go with that. So I like this one for grounding too. Smoky quartz is one. Your browns, your grays, and your blacks for grounding. So smoky quartz, probably binks. I'm thinking that that's probably going to be just overall good grounding, but not too much. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Brianna. Responding to Britt. Yes. These lives, I've done like 2, 3, I think 2 so far. This is number 3 on TikTok, and those 2 are already uploaded, and this one will be 2. My dog is always full of energy after noise work. I'm going to guess tuning forks and all that fun stuff. Let's see, starseed crystals, that I don't know as much about. So, all right, I answered tarot. I have a lot of decks. I have too many decks for somebody who doesn't do readings. Like I said, so my tribe group, which is on Facebook or on my website, so Crystal Guidance and Healing Tribe. I pull cards for all of my tribe members every single week. And so it's so much fun, and it's amazing how accurate they are, but I don't like having to say, all right, here's your card. Here's how I feel it is for you. I prefer to go, here's your card. Here's what the message of the book says. That's just, I will work on later down the road, probably tinkering more with cards, but there's so many other amazing readers out there that I don't feel it's a necessity to do. But I think at some point I will end up doing a live for both you guys, so Facebook, TikTok, and pull cards just to go, hey, here's a card. Here's your message. Just for fun. And I will end up doing chakra checks too. I was thinking I was going to. But I have so many questions coming in. I love that. All right. I'm caught up on Facebook. Excellent, excellent. What's your all-time favorite crystal? You know what? I just need a really big one. So, answered this earlier too, but labradorite is my all-time favorite. So, this book, I see, wow, I need that book. Is it available in bookshops? This? No. Oh, there's only 4 copies in existence. This is one. My local shop, Mantra, has one. I actually made it just for them. I know it's all backwards, but I think I even put that in there. Yep. This book is not for sale. It was made for Mantra. So I actually made it for them because I help out with crystal IDs up there and stuff like that. And so I love helping them out. So I created it for them, and I did buy 2 spare copies. So I am kind of thinking about doing a raffle for at least one. I haven't decided, but I will be working on getting a better version. So it will still have the same pictures, but it will have more information and all that stuff. So yes, a book is in the works, and I will be self-publishing when I do it. So I'll end up doing a GoFundMe when it's officially ready to start the printing process, because I'm going to self-publish. So it will get there. Is there a crystal you recommend? I put my 6-year-old son's pillowcase to help him sleep through. So sleep through the night. So my youngest son had issues with night terrors, and it made a huge difference. I ended up putting, I want to say actually he had amethyst in there, but I know he had moonstone. So amethyst, great one for sleep. Moonstone, regular moonstone, be another one. And then maybe something like smoky quartz for your son. Andalusite. No, that's not. Yeah, okay. So Adrian. Andalusite this is a form of that. No, what I was thinking of was starlight. So. See, when I stopped thinking about it, it's when I was able to say it. Okay. Okay, so this is why it's important to label your crystals. No, seriously, this is why I have stuff alphabetically, because you notice how many boxes I have, and that's tumbled wise. I want to say that's probably 75% of my tumbles. So it makes it so much easier to know exactly where I'm going when I have them labeled, except for the fact that I grabbed the wrong S box. All right. Come here, Starlight. Where are you hiding? Oh, there you are. Okay. It was with Stipnic. Okay. So, Chastolite, which is a form of the Andalusite. Okay. Notice Crossstone. This is Starlight, which is known as a fairy cross. So, they are different, but similar, not trade name, but nicknames, I should suppose you say. So, similar but different. Ah. Brianna, Black Tourmaling's my favorite for grounding so far. It's a really good one. Not for everybody, but it's a really good one. Have I worked with the camera? I spell names better than I pronounce them. Camerorite. That may not be right still. I have a piece, but I haven't really worked with it. So unfortunately, no, I don't have anything I could say about it. I have a piece, but I haven't sat down with it. Do I have opalite? Yeah, I have one. Opalite's a man-made stone. It is glass, and I'm just not drawn to it. The piece I have it for the purpose of teaching videos, and I thought it was cool because it has a bubble in it. It's a heart. It has a bubble. I was like, that's cool. It's the only reason I got it. I've started buying stuff for the sole purpose of teaching videos for you guys. So, of course, I need opalite because opalite is often passed off as rainbow moonstone. So, I do need to do a video that really shows those two more. But I do have a moonstone video that features it. You're welcome. Yeah, Brianna, so with opalite, not sure how I should use it or meditate with it. A lot of people like it. I am not a fan of it. It's pretty. I think there's better. So, however you feel called out to it. Do I have one spot for crystals or all over? All over. Okay, so you guys are seeing behind me and is the majority of my smaller ones and my tumbles. I have a room next to me that is my shop. So it's my warehouse where I have some of my larger crystals in my collection and also the ones that I sell. And this here is the crystals that I use for my chakra healing sessions with my clients. So even though all of my healing work, so all the client work, all that stuff I do online only, I always bought flat crystals in case I ever worked with people in person. And then they would lay on the body a whole lot easier. So I would just always got in the habit of buying palm stones for that. But I like working with people online because then I can help people everywhere. So yeah, I've got also up in a spare room upstairs, I have a curio cabinet with crystals because I have not brought those down yet. So I've got them kind of all over, and I've got an altar upstairs. So they're a little all over the place, but the vast majority are downstairs, either behind me or in the next room over, most of them. What's my favorite crystal? Do you have many? Labradorite, and I have many, 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 many crystals. Many. Okay, Moon Goddess, Astronomite. I have never heard of Astronomite. Do you have the name right? Now, it could be a new trade name for something, so I haven't heard of it, but I have never heard of it. Okay, I'm going to start skipping the questions that are asking my thoughts on specific stones, because it kind of plays into what is this stone good for, and all of that is on my crystalguidance.com website. So my brain doesn't process here are the metaphysical properties for this, and this, because there's so much of it. So I'm just going to kind of skip over those. So if you ask, what are your thoughts on this crystal? I apologize. But my thoughts are, oh, pretty. No, I have more thoughts than that, but seriously. Are rough crystals more powerful than smooth crystals? Some people feel that they are. Generally, yes, they have a little bit, they're not necessarily more powerful, might pack a little bit more of a punch, whereas tumbled crystals are going to offer a more smooth, softer energy. So not less energy, but softer energy. So more powerful? No, it's just going to kind of break through easier than the softer energy of a tumble. All right. Do you have any raw or polished star sapphires? I have it in jewelry. I don't think I have it in raw. I have raw sapphire. I actually ended up getting my hands on, so I have a blue star sapphire in a ring. I have a black star sapphire pendant. And I don't think you can see it. Let's see. Should be this one. Yeah, it's not going to see. All right, this one's supposed to be a star sapphire as well, but that one is not easy. I had to double check. It's been a while since I played with it. So, yes, I do, but I don't have any down here. All right, I got Facebook messages, so let me see. Corey, I actually did cover charging. So, and that was a long to do. I will be uploading this video. So I'm going to end up uploading the TikTok one because it's been a straight through video, whereas Facebook decided to flake out. Go figure, Facebook. I think I have charging information on crystalguidance.com. I think I've got it on the Nude to Crystals, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do have it in the replay, I promise. It was just a whole lot of information for me to go through again. Nancy, I'd love to see a video of your crystal collection. I have to get it all in one place. One day. Joyce, I love your knowledge. You've taught me a lot. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate you. What's the best experience you've had with a crystal, and which crystal was it? Oh my gosh. You know, I'd have to really put thought into that. So, instead, what I will end up saying is my first experience with a crystal where I really went, holy crap, these really do help you with healing. I don't remember the time frame, 99, 98, somewhere in there, I want to say. I don't recall offhand. I had a raw chrysocolla. And I was like, oh, okay, the books say chrysocolla is good for cramps. Cool. So I carried the chrysocolla in my pocket. And I did notice a difference. And then when I didn't have the chrysocolla with me, my cramps started to pick back up. Put it back on, and they started to subside. So I've kind of like have tested it, go, okay, I'm not going to wear you right now. Ooh, I feel that. Okay, bring you back. Okay, I noticed the difference. So the chrysocolla was the first one that made me really go, wow, they really can help. So that may or may not have been the best experience. I'd have to say it is, because it was the most profound, that really kickstarted, okay, I really need to learn more and work with these kind of things. So chrysocolla, love it. I still have it somewhere. I like have all my crystals. So, let's see. Amber, I don't know where to put all my crystals. I have too many. Everywhere. That's why I like having the boxes. Now, because the bead boxes, you know, their size, it really only works well with smaller and tumbles. So obviously my spheres, my hearts, my big raw crystals aren't going to work so well in here. But I love these because then I can easily label where they're at. I know, hey, this box, you know. So in this case, I've got Dambarite to Goshenite in here. And I got some that I'm like, if it wasn't alphabetical, I wouldn't remember what in the world it is. So let me see, because I know. We'll see you. I don't remember your name anyway. And sometimes I have to have labels in here. Okay, that's one. All right, so I'm in an E box, okay? This one's fragile. Yep, better side. I wouldn't remember what this was if it wasn't in place where I needed to remember it. And this is etherite. Yeah, I actually have its tag in here so I can make sure I pronounce that right. Yeah. Eartherite, maybe. Okay. I might not pronounce it right, but I've got it in there so I can go, oh, okay. So that makes a big difference. I've got ones in here. I've got D's, so I know I've got diopside. You know, things like that. It makes it so much easier to be able to go back and say, okay, what are my crystals? Now, you can run into a little bit of an issue when you have a black obsidian next to a black onyx. Make sure they're separated. Okay. Amber, where do you find good quality crystal jewelry? There's actually a couple of sellers on eBay that I am obsessed with. One of them is Anna Co Silver. So Love, love, love. I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head, but that's one of my favorites. And this would be like from Anico Silver, I think. Maybe one of the other ones. But there's actually some really good ones on there. Stormy, which crystals help you connect with your guides? Amethyst, kyanite. Kyanite's my favorite. Labradorite, Danburite is definitely screaming at the moment. Selenite, Moonstone, including Rainbow Moonstone. Yep, that's a few of them. Few suggestions. As always, for those who don't know, I suggest multiple crystals so you can find the one or ones that work best for you. That's why I have backwards my crystal tip photos that I have multiple suggestions. So you can go like this one's crystals for peace. Yeah, okay. Verify. So, I've got like turquoise and rose quartz and amethyst, and so you can kind of get an idea and pick and choose what one or ones work best for you. So that's why I'll always tell you multiple crystals, or at least majority of the time. And as a reminder, TikTok, I scroll. Please don't ask the question more than once. I promise I'm getting everybody, because I have hung out. I was going to be on for 1 hour. Been on for over 2 now. But that's okay. I'm having fun. And as far as I know, I found that one. So that's okay. I'm having fun. I want to make sure I answer everybody. And I've got 4 people over on Facebook. I've got 6 people here. I think I'll hang out for a little bit longer. So. Okay, Amber, are they expensive? And do you ever feel like you're going to stop buying them? I'm addicted. They can be expensive. Am I ever going to stop buying them? No. This is what I do. This is what I love. I actually end up buying ones that I might not have bought otherwise. I'm buying them for teaching. So doing crystal comparisons, which I've got some of those on my YouTube channel. So youtube.com/crystal guidance. I've got some of them that say, like lapis lazuli versus sodalite and how you can tell them apart. Labradorite and larvacite, things like that. And I will be doing more. It may end up being that those are for pay only. I'm kind of leaning that way, because it's costly to buy the crystals to be able to do the videos so I can have at least 2 variants of those crystals to put them side by side, say here visually, this is how you could tell this crystal from this crystal. Because I'm one that seeing is learning. And when you do everything for free, like I've been doing, it unfortunately really takes its toll. So some of my stuff may end up becoming for pay because of that, but I would love to keep doing it for free, believe me. One of them on there, Astrophyllite versus Arfvedsonite, because half or more, actually probably well more, of the Astrophyllite that you find available on Etsy, eBay, all that stuff, I guarantee over half of it, or, those Astrophylites are actually Arfvedsonite. It is labeled wrong more times than not. So I've got a video of that on there, and I purposely bought, I had sphere and palm stones, one of the palm stones, just to give you an idea of what I do to be able to provide those crystal comparison videos. This is real Astrophyllite, not the Arfvedsonite that's passed off for it. This is real Astrophyllite. This palm stone was $130 out of my pocket, because I wanted to make sure I had a really good example to show people so they could see side by side with the Arfvedsonite, the difference. So yeah, it's expensive, but when it's something you're passionate about and really want to do, then yeah, go for it. Addiction, psh, for me, I call it work. Let's see, Brianna, do you keep your favorites that you like to use separate from boxes? Do you carry any daily besides jewelry? I actually usually only wear jewelry because if y'all saw my jewelry collection. I do on TikTok have a video of my ring collection, and my pendant collection and my bracelets is even more than that. So, I don't usually care unless it's something that I don't have in jewelry, and then I'll do it. But usually I wear my stuff just because that's how I like to do. Do I keep my favorites separate? If, like I said, you guys notice this box. These are the ones that I use the most because they're the ones I use for my healing clients. So they are set out separately from everything else so that I have access to that. So yeah, kind of have them separate. But I use these for me. I use these for my clients. So they get their own box that they're outgrowing. So, is it okay to keep all your tumble stones together in a bowl or an onyx box? Onyx box? Okay. Yes, you can. Especially when they're tumbles, you just kind of got to be careful for softer ones like selenite that can be dinged up real easy. So you got to be careful of that. But otherwise, yes, they're fine to be stored together. The only other disadvantage to that is then when you look at this container and go, what the hell do I have? What's this one? What's this one? What's this one? Because when you mix them all together, if you're not really good and know what you're doing, you're going to then have a bowl of, I don't know what the heck I got anymore. So that would be the only real major disadvantage, is then you don't remember what you have. And then you come and ask it, what's this? What's this? Whereas I don't have that problem. I've got mine set like that. And then I've learned what they are. So if I've got a bowl of them, I know exactly what's in there. But you could do it either way. I have always, since the beginning, since I've started crystals, so well over 20 years, I have always had them in a box organized. And that's how I started my boys and my niece too. Because I said, all right, these are them. Let's organize this alphabetically. And then you tell me what's what. So. Nancy over on Facebook. I know crystals are so expensive now. Some of them are way crazy expensive. And yeah. I did this on a previous one. My most expensive. Hi, Judy. Okay. My most expensive one is Red Beryl, which is also known as Bixbyte, which is one of the most, if you type in on Google, most rare crystals, that's one of them listed. And it was a pretty penny and it's worth every one. I'm like, I got one. But it's not something everybody will be able to do. And I'm like, I sell crystals to buy more crystals. That is how that rabbit hole goes. Brianna, I've been taking citrine or tiger's eye or both to work with me daily. Love them so much. Oh, those are excellent ones to take to work. Yes. Hi, Mike. Six of Cups Tarot. Okay, you guys, I had people over here on TikTok asking if I do tarot readings. I don't. Go see 6_of_cups_tarot. Okay? Mike is so wonderful. Mike, I need to get a reading from you soon too, just because I got to support. So, hello. That and your name is so easy for me to remember because my dad and my brother are both named Mike. So I love it. So those asking for a tarot reader, go see him. He's wonderful. All right. All right, Joyce, you have a good night too. Oh my gosh, 4:30 in the morning. Oh my goodness. That's okay. All right, like I said, I'm going to upload this. I probably am going to head off all right, I will give it 10 more minutes and then I will be an hour and a half over my time limits. So, yeah, I'm going to upload this to YouTube. And then I'll be posting it on Facebook and going, oh, looky here. Looky what I did all night. I hung out with crystal people and loved it. Ah, Six of Cups Tarot. And I love crystals also. See, yes. Crystals are so good. I want to make sure I get everybody. So, I'm going to give it like 10 more minutes, y'all. And then I'm going to be good. And I'm going to go upstairs to see my husband. Because, you know, that's how this rolls. And I think, so I'm going to check this. I think I answered all this. Tap the question you want to answer. Selected questions will be visible on your live video. Oh, well, that's cool. Okay. I hadn't played with that before, TikTok peeps. I'm learning still. I'm still green at TikTok, but it's getting there. All right. Sounds like everybody's good and quiet. I don't see any new questions in. If that's the case, I'm going to disappear early or late, however we might look at that. Oh. All right. All right, I don't see anybody coming in or see new questions. So I'm going to go ahead and disappear then. I will get this uploaded. So I'm going to do the TikTok version since that's the one that went all the way through. Yay. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, TikTok. I love you all so much. I hope this helped. And at some point, I promise I'll end up doing chakra checks ones too, but not for this long as training. So, all right, you all. Much love to you. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, Facebook. I'm ending you soon. You first. All right, there went that one. Brianna, will you post on Facebook when you are planning to go live? Yes, I created a page. I created an event on my Crystal Guidance page so that people knew it was coming. I will do it at least once a month. I was kind of wanting to do every other weekish, but it kind of varies. So, on what's going on. So anyway, yes, on my Crystal Guidance page on Facebook, I'm creating an event. So next time, and I will announce it too, but I don't like to spam my page. So, but yeah, I'll be doing that. So, all right, everybody. Much love to you guys. I will see you later. Bye-bye.